All right, located at the base of the beautiful Blue Mountains in eastern Oregon, it's Snowman Sideshow with your host, Les the Snowman Kinnear, and joining me tonight, as usual, the legend, the myth, the man, Joseph P. Burns. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Thanks, man. It's glad to be back.
It's been a couple weeks.
It has. It's been a little bit. Been some changes. Been some things that have happened. Life events. Big life events. Things like that.
Yeah.
I've changed my appearance.
You did trim up your beard. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because it was quite a bit further out there for a while.
It was good size.
I'll never forget when we first kind of were hanging out, and I only knew you with a beard, a big beard, and then you shaved it without telling me and came over, and we talked for a couple of minutes, and the whole time I was like a deer in the headlight because I'm like, I know him. He sounds right. I mean, he smells right. He tastes right, but I mean, he's just, who is this guy? And then I was like, you shaved your damn beard.
Yeah.
I imagine that's what it'd be now if I had shaved my face. Now people have known me long enough with a beard.
Yeah, I can't think of you without.
This is the COVID beard. You were there.
I know.
You gave birth to it.
I know.
In a what strange sort of way.
Well, I may have
encouraged it.
Yes.
And then I got teased terribly at work. No, all in good fun. But 5 years. This is my 5-year COVID beard, roughly somewhere in there. I mean, you'd think it would be longer by now, but no, I keep it trimmed. But yeah. So what else is going on in the big world of Joe Burns? Where you been? What you been doing?
Just for one, I have been absolutely loving this weather, man.
Oh God.
It's gorgeous outside right now, folks. It's probably so nice. 65 degrees, no wind, absolute sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. It's beautiful.
We're living.
But prior to that, man, I was freezing my balls off on the regular. It's been pretty wet. Prost.
Prost.
Deutschen.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm just excited for the weather. We're gearing up. We start track season here pretty soon.
Yep.
I coach track and field, even though I don't look like I should coach track and field. I coach track and field.
Shot put. What do you mean track and field? Come on, shot puts in.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely resemble a thrower.
More
than anything else, but yeah, I got that going. We're kind of getting close to the end of the school year, so the kids they're ready for spring. You can tell they're ready to get outside and do kid things, and it's
same with the adults.
For real.
We're ready to.
I'm ready to get outside and do some kid things.
Yeah, which makes me. I don't know if you saw, but I'm working on a canopy build on my pickup. I'm just putting a little bed and stuff in there, and I want to do some camping, and so I just kind of thought, what the heck, I'm gonna go for it. So, anyways, you'll have to check it out, and
okay.
I'm gonna post some stuff about the build. The TV arrives tomorrow, so I'm putting a TV in there. I have a sink, and
That's
just
so cool.
It's just for fun, but
I can't wait.
I'm mostly gonna cook outside, but I wanted it. If I had to, I could do everything inside if I wanted. But it's been a fun build. It's come around pretty good. So, anyways, what else? I had a list.
We did have a list.
Beef. Beef. We got our beef the other day. We ordered it. We handpicked it. Went out to the place, looked at it, touched it,
gave a good sniff. Oh, definitely. You got to rump smack a steer for sure.
And
for sure
picked out I think number 613 or 913. I can't remember which, but that's always fun. I've been doing that with the same person for couple years now, so it's just beef season. Beef, like Les Schwab. Remember he would it was beef season, and he'd give out free beef or whatever.
You get like 100 pounds of beef with a new set of tires. They can't afford that now. Shit now. Yeah,
they're like, no, beef is like gold.
Yeah, no,
we're not giving out beef anymore. But
it's Vienna sausage season here. Yeah, Les Schwab
canned
meat. Yeah, you can hand out a can of Spam with a new set of radials and a brake check
for only $1,500.
Right.
Oh shoot! But yeah, what, booger?
No, I had a big ass burrito for lunch and still got little pieces of
Oh,
cilantro.
burrito. Where'd you go from?
I can't remember the name of the place, but it's down by Heinz Meat Company.
Oh yeah, I can't remember that place either.
Oh, fantastic, dude!
Is it? They have a deal worked out with. I'm representing them now. I
Yeah,
just bought this shirt
right
there.
there, yeah.
They have a deal where the taco truck uses their meat, I think, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and a shout out to Brock Stelk working there at Heinz Meat.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a local kid that I've coached in sports, and yeah, so I just want to give him a shout out.
Nice.
He's an employee there at Heinz Meat Company, and
Let's
he's
go, Brock.
given me some good cuts a few times
Yeah.
I've gone in there. So got a real talent for it.
Well, and you've got a real taste for that damn Wagyu.
Oh, I love me some Wagyu.
You do. You do love Wagyu.
Oh, it's just steak.
I don't know if I do. I haven't had it, but
Oh, now you get me all excited.
yeah. Speaking of food, you were telling me that you're maybe going to go back to gas barbecue or something like that? Or?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a
wood oven.
Yeah, who doesn't love that? And I
Yeah.
love pellet grills. I love things like that, man. But where I don't do gourmet like big meats a lot. Like I'm more of like burgers.
You're not doing a tri-tip every night.
Right. I would love to. But my kids, I've got 3 girls. They are steak, hamburger type kids, and my wife is too. My wife loves steak. She hated steak, and then she had me cook her a steak one time, and she's like, "Oh my god, I had no idea."
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, well, you just got to have somebody cook it right for you,
Yeah.
And anyway, but yeah, all 3 of my girls they love the beef.
Right.
Yep. It's
so you just like it's just easier to cook on a gas grill instead of having all that.
It really is, But I've been doing some thinking, and I think I'm gonna go with they make those nice gas grills. I'm gonna have to spend a little money.
Yeah.
But they make those nice gas grills, and but you can like put like a little thing of chips in, and it'll give it like a natural little smoke.
Yes.
And the whole
That's
reason,
kind of a cool deal.
Yeah, and the whole reason I bought a pellet smoker was for the purpose of like slow, right? Because you can't really get that nice constant, 205, 210, with propane. Well, at the time I couldn't find a good propane grill that would do that. I'm sure they're out there now where you could set the temperature super low or whatever, or just use the oven and then take it out there. But yeah, I'm thinking of switching to that. And I wasn't the best grill owner.
So you didn't cover it.
I didn't cover it, and the a little bit of moisture got in with the pellets over the off season, and I don't know,
seized up the
auger. Yeah, so it's cooked. I mean, it's cooked.
You know what though? I'm sure somebody, if they wanted to, they could take that apart.
Oh
and,
yeah, absolutely.
Like some country buck out there in Pilot Rock, you ought to be like, I'll give you that.
Or just take the motor and the auger off and keep the barrel and turn it into a charcoal.
That'd be even better, yeah.
I might, which is probably what I'll do.
I'll say it right now. I'll say it all day long. A steak doesn't taste as good on anything else but coal to me. It just does. A steak on coal is the best tasting steak.
So
praise be.
Do you remember those New York strips that we took in Swatch Fest? I think it was 2021.
Yes.
Remember those New York strips we took up there?
Yes.
And we cooked over that little like wire netting over the top of that cowboy charcoal.
That's right.
Holy shit.
Delicious. Delightful.
Man.
Speaking of food, here in a little bit, we're going to have you cook. I posed you with the challenge. I said I'm going to provide some, basic materials here. And you told me that, well, I happen to have a couple of tricks up my sleeve with some oddball sandwiches that you ate in college. So you're going to do that here in a little bit. But before we do that, let's get to sports. I haven't been paying attention to a whole lot, but I did. Well, first of all, UFC, we've got this weekend. It's a fight night. I'm really excited for next weekend because that's my guy, Alex Pajeda, is fighting next weekend. But this week, we've got the main event. I think it's in Vegas, and it starts at 4 p.m. Between Manel Cape and, I can't even say most of these guys' words, their name, Asu Ambiambav. And that's the main card. There's several on there that'll be fun to watch, but next weekend will be really good.
And where can folks find these fights? What streaming services?
Actually, I think fight nights are going to be on ESPN, ESPN Plus. If you, of course, subscribe to Brad Fairbank's RidgeTop television, which is a smoking deal, folks, $15. Then you get everything, all ESPN Plus. You get any game you want to watch, you can watch. You get the NFL football. Anyway, sorry, just selling it for my buddy Brad. I love it. It's a hell of a deal.
I need to get that.
Basketball.
Let's go. What do we got? What do we got coming up?
What
for basketball?
did I?
What'd you find?
Basketball. Blazers. Now I haven't been paying attention to a whole lot, but
if you can't tell, I am a Blazers fan, and
let's see, they play today. Actually.
Oh yeah, it frustrates the living hell out of me.
At 4:30 they play New Jersey, and they're 26-30. Oh, so they're not even a 500 team right now. But trouble. I mean, how many games are in the NBA? 80?
81.
81. So we got a ways to go. But
yeah, dude, but unless
so I don't even know how. I mean, that just sounds like they're not off to a great start.
No, and I blame it 100% on their cable broadcasting that they do, because unless you subscribe to like certain TV stations or Blazer Vision or something, or you pay some ungodly thing for Fubo TV,
right? You
can watch Blazers games, and it's like that franchise. I feel like is just dying, dude. You know, it's. I'm worried they're gonna sell out. Like, for real, I could totally see the team go
the way of the Sonics.
I'd be okay with that, but for something tells me we're gonna lose them to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I feel it coming. It'll break my heart. You know, Rip City, Blazers. I've been a fan since a young age, since the Kevin Duckworth, Clyde Drexler days. I was just a scratch in my dad's shorts during the Bill Walton era, but. Yeah, there's a lot of rich history there with the Portland Trailblazers, and it just makes me sad seeing the way that franchise has gone. But I'll still be a fan, no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, what else? We got that's basketball.
Did you watch any of the Four Nations hockey?
Okay, that was on my list. The Four Nations hockey. So apparently, I was trying to understand that that's to take place of the All-Star game that they did, because everybody's doing away at the All-Star games, which part of me, kind of makes sense. Like, if it's for nothing, then why?
You've seen the Pro Bowl, right, in the last decade. I
mean, now
it's not even football.
Flag football or something.
It's flag football, and they're throwing at buckets.
So it's Canada.
We do that at prison.
Canada, U.S., Finland,
and
I forget the other one.
Canada, U.S., Finland, Denmark. Is it Denmark? Or Norway or Sweden? Sweden, maybe?
Oh, darn it. I had it pulled up. I can't. No, I don't remember where it's
Anyway,
at.
I don't know how I found it.
Yeah. And Canada won this year, of course.
Yeah. Barely overtime, but I don't care. That first matchup between the USA and Canada,
I didn't catch any games. I kept seeing a lot because I was like, "What is this Four Nation thing?"
Well, okay, so for those that don't know, during the Four Nations face-off, the U.S. was playing Canada. I believe this was like the quarterfinal or something like that. And at the beginning, it was up in Canada. Some of the fans up there were booing during the American national anthem while it was being sang. And immediately after the puck dropped, like 3 fights broke out, and the U.S. was just like teeing off on the Canadian players. I mean, they were getting some sweet revenge. And anyway, it ended up winning the game. And I don't know, it's there's so many good like reels and memes, and all of them have like the solo from Freebird in them, and it's awesome.
Can't we all just get along?
I know, it's like why you gotta.
I mean. Except for hockey fights are great.
Yeah, hockey fights are great. It's all part of the sport.
Let's not pick on the national.
Yeah,
anthems.
and then I guess
say.
And then I guess when at the rematch at the championship, I guess there was some booing of the Canadian national anthem when it was being played.
Oh, that's nope.
So obviously nobody learned nothing. But right. It made for good entertainment, so to speak. But since then, dude,
are we not entertained?
since then, man, I've been catching myself watching a little bit more and more hockey, and I find myself really getting into it, dude.
Well, I like watching it in person for sure. I just went up to Tri-Cities and did that. Not recently. I just mean that's the only time I've done it. But shout out to my homie on the East Coast, Jay Nicoletti. He's a big hockey fan, and he couldn't believe that I didn't follow any sort of hockey. But I'm like,
yeah,
it's
I
just
mean, we just, it really hasn't been a thing in the Pacific Northwest. We've got the minor league teams around here, which are always fun to take the kids to, but they don't televise those games.
Right.
They don't, so now we've got a couple new teams in the area. You've got the Las Vegas Golden Knights, or one of the newer expansion teams, and then most recently the Seattle Kraken. The Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
And like, I was so excited when they came up with the name, the Seattle Kraken, because it's so badass. It's such a mascot that fits my personality, Pirates and booty.
Well, yeah. I like it. I'm a pirate. Okay, well, thank goodness for sports. We jump into the strange news. Not trying to rush it, but I want to get to this cooking. It's going to be good.
You're excited about this.
I got to plug that in here in a minute too. This is going to be preheat. But we'll hop into these strange stories. Not too many, just got a couple. Let's start with, what about this whole weird thing with Gene Hackman? This isn't a strange...
yeah.
Because, I mean, just the other day I was like...
Rest in peace, by the way.
Yes, I love him, but I was like, the other day I was trying to see, is he still alive? And then, so it was weird to me that he just looked...
his wife.
The last thing they showed him, he looked so feeble, but he was in his 90s, and in my mind, I still see him in all those movies. Right. How many movies has that man been in?
Yeah.
But what's weird is I'm seeing all different kind of reports that maybe, I mean, they were like mummified. It'd been a while.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, him and his wife
and the dog.
And
so I don't know. It's
the
like
dog was dead too.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a gas leak. They're not saying anything out, setting aside anything yet. But
man,
yeah, Gene Hackman, rest in peace.
Yeah,
good dude.
Yeah, he is good dude.
Hoosiers.
How
many westerns him and Clint
Eastwood?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that last Clint Eastwood.
I loved him. The Wyatt Earp, him and Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
that's a great flick.
And he plays a great bad guy.
He does. Yeah, he was Lex Luthor, man.
Yes,
in the original Superman
that's
movie,
right.
Back with Christopher Reeves.
Okay. Now, this is about 3 weeks old. I was going to use this a while back, but I'm just now getting to it. And I couldn't find the update of this, but I'm getting this from the AP, this U.S. News. The heist of 100,000 eggs in Pennsylvania becomes a whodunit that police have yet to crack. So, apparently... all these eggs were on a delivery truck and they were heisted and taken, and 100,000. I mean, eggs are like going like gold now. It's crack. It's the new copper wire. Apparently,
I know.
Because what was it? Was there bird flu and it killed a bunch of them or something, or so,
who knows? There's always some lame ass excuse.
It seems like
we
had to kill 200,000.
We had to kill 200,000 chickens because tweakers going in and raping them. So we're going to increase the price of eggs by 640% because that's going to save the chickens.
Yeah. And then whenever the eggs go up, you know who gets really arrogant? People that do their own eggs. They're just sassy about it. You know, the one that comes into the office,
man.
And you're like, hey, you still sell eggs? No, we keep them for ourselves now that there's a shortage. The egg people. They're just, they're always sassy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, they're always like, hey, we have farm fresh eggs. No, I don't want your farm fresh bullshit. Let me go buy this processed shit from Walmart.
Yeah, no,
and then,
I want my eggs white. Okay, actually, that's not true. We have farm eggs here for tonight's cooking session,
but apparently, and I was like today years old when I learned this. The eggs that are just straight out of chicken's ass are like good for a long time as long as you don't like wash them.
Right.
Because they've got that like coating or something on the outside. Like,
my wife always tells me, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Let's wash them and get them in the fridge then, because I don't want them sitting around at room temp.
No, apparently
but
it's totally fine.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Well, Brad used to do. I don't know if they still have chickens, and we'd get them from him quite a bit. And then my neighbor got me in an egg circle chain once, and I was getting these are from Hermiston. Our friend Monica gave them to us. She got them at a health food store in Hermiston. And she also gave us a carton of, I'm getting sidelined here, but a carpet of stall eggs. Stall, as in the Hooterites. So over in Stanfield, 30 miles from here, whatever, 28 some miles, is if you ever heard of the group called the Hooterin Brotherhood, I think is what it's, but I think they're just called Hooterites. It's a old German type, I think, religious type group.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to like Mennonite or
yeah. And they're only reason I know about them is because I used to do appraisal work and I had to go out there and appraise some stuff, and they do everything top notch. Their stuff is nice, and they're pretty cool people. They drink beer, but they do have some weird living arrangements. It's kind of interesting. The kids, the young couple lives upstairs, and then the parents live downstairs, and they're at these apartments. But anyways, they have eggs and they sell eggs. They do everything. The stall, and that's what it says on all their trucks. The Hooterite, their trucks, it says stall farming or stall. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's like the main person's name, John Stall. I don't know, but interesting group, and that's where we got those eggs. But okay, strange news. Now this one, I don't know why I thought this was something you'd be interested in. This is from Science Alert. Okay. I found there were several that carried this story, but scientists think cockroach milk could be the next superfood, and we wish we were kidding. An international team of scientists sequenced a protein crystal located in the midgut.
Midget.
We don't say that word anymore. They're little people. We don't. That's. I'm a big fan of Matt Roloff, right? I mean, he's even okay. Sequenced protein crystal located in the midgut of cockroaches in 2016. It's more than 4 times as nutritious as a cow's milk, and the researchers think it could be the key to feeding our growing population. I mean, it's one thing when somebody says goat milk or goat cheese, and I'm not a big goat fan, but
if we're at the point where we need roach milk to survive, I think it's time for a species reset.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Roach milk.
Yeah.
Good God.
That is bizarre. I know.
I mean, it would probably help. Well, no, it wouldn't do anything to the roach population because they just grow them in a lab. No, you need 2 and put them in a plastic storage box, and by the end of the day, there'll be 300.
Yeah. I don't know. The world just keeps getting stranger.
Does it make you wonder what a roach tit looks like?
They've got probably like 40. I mean, where do they milk them? Where does it come out? What does it look? Yeah, is it called an udder? Can you squirt it? Is it very minute? I imagine it's not squirting because cockroaches get big.
So I'm kind of, I think insects don't nurse. Like
maybe cockroaches do.
God,
suckle.
Imagine coming across that. Like if your eyesight's good enough, you walk and see in the corner, and instead of like a sow pig or a mama dog, with some pups, you see a little mama roach with some little roachlets on her teat.
And Papa Roach. Ding 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 ding. Let's see here. Strange news. This one is. Who gave me this one? Oddity Central. Actually, this came to us from a viewer, JON P. I'll just say JON P. And John sent this to me. He thought it was funny. I it's okay. John's all right. He's kind of an okay guy. But suction cup tug of war, a bald man's sport. The Japanese town of Surutu is famous for hosting a unique annual competition, a popular game of tug of war in which bald men attach suction cups to their heads and pull them
up. Threw this one in for me, didn't you?
No,
you bastard.
Pull in opposite directions. Anyways, it goes on and on. They have these tournaments, and
I'm in.
I thought that was kind of funny.
I think that would be fun as hell, dude. Because there's not, I love those like prank videos where you see like a bald dude just sitting there minding his own business and his dickhead friend comes up with a plunger.
Oh, nothing pisses a bald guy off worse too, from what I've seen anyways.
Oh, because you can't get it off.
No, I'm thinning. I'm getting thin. I am getting thin, but it's it's not enough to shave my head or anything.
Yeah, mine is.
Yeah.
Mine is.
Where's your hairline now?
Well, I'll show it again.
Oh, sorry. Let me just.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
It's a little sweaty.
Well, yeah, but you got it here.
Yeah, but it's just like a little circle right here. It's a little tuft.
Oh, a tuft.
You know, it's like a little mosaic up here going on of alopecia.
Well, I think you're beautiful. Either way. Either way. Of course, I didn't know you when you had hair on your head. No, wait, you did too have some hair on your head. Actually, because I remember you were the first person that taught me. I was like, you went to the barber and you were tight and you had a hard part. I didn't know what a hard part was. And I was like, what is that?
Oh, God. That was like the last hoorah with because I still had a pretty good hairline up here. I was thinning out pretty good in the back, but it was only a little circle about that big, right? And it was just perfect to where with that hard line and the way I kind of went with the style,
it was perfect. Yeah,
it made me look like I had a full head of hair.
It was gorgeous.
And then dude, from the age of like 35 to 37, it just
falling out.
It just left.
It's all that lead-based paint and asbestos.
Yeah, I mean, you would have thought my hair was working for USA. I mean, it was fired.
Oh boy. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and start talking about. I want to hear the whole backstory on this. Let me get this plugged in. Keep talking to the crowd.
How you doing, everybody?
Yeah,
Joe here.
But tell us the backstory on this sandwich and your college days and how this came about. And I can pretty much imagine, but
Well, in college you just make do, and sometimes foods together sound good.
When you're hungry,
a
starving student.
I wasn't starving. I mean, I was thick, but I was just hungry a lot. I was hungry,
right.
And you just make do with what you can find. I had a little convenience store that was right next door to my apartment complex that I lived at. And
what college did you go to?
Western Oregon University.
Whoop. Wolves. Whoop.
Yeah, class of 2007.
My dad went there. My daughter went there. Yeah.
Yeah, I went
Both
there.
Of my daughters.
I went there. My wife went there. My oldest nephew went there. I've had a few friends that have got.
I guess Ted Bundy went there for a while.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, for a couple of classes. But there wasn't enough people to choose from.
Anatomy?
Yeah.
But anyway, so you just make it work, right? You just you usually look for some kind of protein. In which case today we've got looks like some yummy Schwann's meatballs.
Yep.
Okay.
Fully cooked.
Fully cooked. Which those they sold a lot at the little convenience store, right?
Right.
They were little meatball packets, and anyway, then of course we've got some thick cut cheddar cheese. Okay.
Yep.
Because you have to. You have to.
Everybody's got cheese in the fridge.
You got to have cheese. And you want something to kind of bind it all together, because what we're doing here, and we don't have regular bread, okay? You just make do. So, this you can make the sandwich with any kind of bread, right? So today we've got hot dog buns.
Excellent.
So, I'm going to kind of talk, and Les is going to narrate a little. Well, actually, we got it close enough. I can try and do both. So, and sometimes you kind of find yourself like, oh shit, I'm down to the last little bit of my grub. So what we're going to simulate here today is we're mid-month. I've already blown my student loans on beer, snack cakes, and some books that I'm never going to use in class. Okay. Right. And maybe some DC shoes in a backpack. All right. And so I'm down to my
honesty.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All college kids are going, yep.
Yeah. Class, school cost $1,200, and then the other $8 went straight into my gut. All right. So we're down to our last little bit here, and like I said, we've got, and then so when I talk about this, we got a nice farm fresh egg. All right, we're going to use this as our binder. All right,
Okay.
this is going to keep everything together because we don't want this sandwich falling apart and dripping all over us because we don't have any clean dishes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's we're also simulating that right now.
Right.
No clean dishes. They're in the sink. They got mold on them. There's a yellow ring around the sink.
Because your roommates won't. They're not your dishes. The
I
roommate
lived-
left them in there.
I lived by myself for the first part. But yes, I did. Yeah, roommates do that too. And so you gotta just make something real quick. You're gonna slap it together, and you want to mow that down without creating a mess everywhere.
Right.
So that's where the egg comes in. Okay. Plus, it's good protein. It's just good. So I don't have a bowl because dishes aren't clean, right?
Right.
So what you do is you take your egg. You just shake it. Just shake it a little bit. Okay. We're blending the egg.
Never seen this.
You never seen this?
No.
No. Yeah, you just shake it a little bit. Back and forth. Over here. Over here. You want to give it a try? Want to try it? Try it? Yeah. Pretty soon,
I like it.
you don't feel it sloshing around anymore. Okay. So this is ready. This is mixed. This is ready to go. All right. So what you first want to do, we've only got 3 meatballs and, we've got plenty of beer, but we're hungry.
Right.
So me and my college roommate Les here, we're going to split this. So we're
I
going to
go by Eric in college.
Okay. So we're going to go by Eric and what's another
Deontay.
Eric and Deontay here.
Okay, so you're going to begin by taking the fresh Schwann's meatball
Yep.
teriyaki and pineapple glazed meatballs.
Mushrooms, yes. And then I'm going to cut them in half and then fourth them into little cubes
Okay.
or a little triangle, I guess you say, because it's a ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So, just...
And who doesn't love Anthony Bourdain? God, I miss him.
I miss
his
him too,
shows. And I
You know who I miss is my damn sous chef. This should have already been prepared for me.
Sono. Yeah. He let you down.
Yeah, Blake, I know you're on to bigger and better things, bro, but I am cooking here and I need my sous chef.
Yeah.
But,
Sous chef.
Yeah, so there actually is a pretty funny story behind that. His son and I, and obviously his dad, went on a camping trip, one of our Squatch Fest moments. And anyway, I was designated as a cook for one night, and I said, that's totally fine. I will cook for everybody, but I need a sous chef. And Blake was voluntold to be my sous chef.
Yes.
And and he was great. I mean, Gordon Ramsay, if you ever catch wind of this podcast, I mean, right now he's with Sugar Sean, but if you need a
Right.
dude as a sous chef, like Blake
Yeah.
is your guy.
That's right. That's
Great,
right.
amazing
Sous
sous chef. Sous chef! And he'd be right there with the pepper in hand, or sous chef! Rags! Sous chef! Oil! And he'd be right there with it. So I got to give big props to Blake for that. But we're going to go ahead and start things off with, we're going to throw on our meatball.
Excellent.
There we go. Oh, we got a nice little sizzle going. That's hot. Okay. All right. So we're going to kind of let that cook up a little bit. We want to get the edges of the meatballs nice and crispy. So they give it that kind of like a Burger King fire roasted feel to it. You know what I mean?
Did you have a name for this kind of sandwich? What did you guys call this?
Yeah, this is called the Battle Mountain Bowel Wrecker. Okay.
Battle Mountain Bowel Wrecker.
Yes, this is called the Battle Mountain Bowel Wrecker. The only thing we're missing out of this is some really good sriracha, but that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. So we're just going to kind of let that sit there for a minute.
I like it.
All right. Get that sizzle going. We actually got some smoke building up in the room. I'm sweating.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be cooking in here, but
it's warm, folks.
It's hot, folks.
But I'm doing this for the clicks,
Yes.
all right? So, all right, I'm going to grab this here. We're going to make this look like a hibachi, okay?
yes. Hey-oh. Hey, come on now, right? Hey.
Oh,
Hey, ho.
what the
Yep,
shit?
Yep.
Hello, come on.
One egg.
What egg? That's the chef.
He not here. This is interesting. I'm not sure about this, but I mean, I get it. The survival food. I
That's what
understand
you do,
that.
man. We're gonna make two. I mean, it doesn't look like much.
All right, but it'll get us through the
We're
night.
gonna make 2 sandwiches, and we'll be able to survive.
Yep.
On this, right?
Survivalists.
Son of a bitch, it's hot in here.
Hang in there.
Woo! We're sizzling. All right, here we go. Get that nice sizzle going. All right, we're gonna kind of kick this over to the side like that. Let that keep kind of crisping up a little bit.
Excellent.
All right. Next, we're going to put on our cheddar.
Quick question. When you go to put the egg on, I saw one time somebody take a knife or their utensil and went, and then they cracked it. And I was like, what in the world? And I started thinking, does everybody have a different way?
Probably.
Because when I crack them, I swear, there's always some sort of shell that gets in there. And it pisses me off. But I have learned that if you take the shell itself, you can get the piece out.
Yes.
But I just learned that.
Yes. All right. So now our next step is we want this sumbitch to be ooey gooey gooey. Okay. So we're going to go with our cheddar right on the old skillet. Just like that. Okay. Kind of group it together. Keep it. Ah, fuck it. Sticking to the.
It's all right.
All right. All right. That's this. Don't use wood. All right. So we're going to bring our meatballs over.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And then we're going to start mixing it up. Just kind of making it gooey gooey. All right. Sometimes you got to get your fingers in there. Fucking burn them. That's good. That's a good little griddle. Look at that shit, dude. Yeah, that's what we need. We need some good theme music.
Joe cooking. Joe is his name. He loves to cook. College days, he experimented with humans and boys and goats. Wow, that's interesting looking though. It feels like a kind of a Philly almost.
It's going to be similar. It's going to be similar to a Philly, but it's going to be more breakfast oriented because we're, the egg.
Right, but this would work at midnight.
This is anytime. And if you're somebody that partakes in the devil's lettuce, this is something that will just tickle your taste buds. Really good. So I think everybody's going to be relatively, well, not everybody because it's just you and me going to eat this shit, but they're going to be like, man, that actually looks good out there in the world. But all right, now we're at the point where we need to make it just a little bit zesty. So we're going to add just a little skedaddle of black pepper.
God, I love the way you tap that.
I know.
You're always good. I'm a shaker.
Never shake.
I know, it's terrible.
Never shake. All right, we got some Celtic sea salt.
It's my favorite salt.
Yeah, you got to go with sea salt. That's, I had just Morton's,
Yeah.
But
once you get a taste of this.
Yeah. So this is the trick to the perfect seasoning. Just 2 fingers, and you just tap it. Tap it. You want to try it?
Well, I just want to feel.
Ladies. Sorry. All right, now we're on to the egg. Okay, so everybody talks about way to crack an egg. I normally whack it off a bowl, but I haven't done the dishes in 6 months. So I'm going to use the knife.
Remember, we're in college. Okay.
All right. On goes the egg.
Oh, good crackage.
Okay. So we got the egg on there. God, I am sweating like a whore in church.
Okay,
All right. Little tippy tap of the pepper. Boom, just like that. Little tippy tap of the sea salt. Not too much.
Now, do you warm your buns?
Yes. The trick is open them up
Slowly.
Okay, because you don't want it to split. You know what I mean? When you pull a hot dog bun out, you open up too fast and it breaks in half.
And you get all pissed
because now everything's and then all the fucking mustard and the ketchup and everything runs out the back of it and all over your pants, and it's dumb. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up slow and give it a nice little toast. All right, now we're gonna kind of take our.
It smells good.
A little overcooked on that side, but we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we're good. We're good.
No, it's got a good glaze.
Nice crust. All right, now here comes the best part. We mixed. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. We mixed that in there. Get the nice little egg whites with the salt and pepper. Mix it in with the egg yolks.
How dare you, sir?
All right.
How many times do you think you've cooked this sandwich over the years?
187.
187.
At least. Okay, and the cool thing about this, man, is as long as you got cheese, you can do this with bacon. You can do this with sausage.
Bacon bits would be great.
You can do it with hot dogs, dude. I mean, anything you want. Yeah. All right, so now
that's got a little runny right there. Is that egg or cheese?
I believe that's egg.
Oh, so there we go.
Yeah, let's get that little flip screw. All right, so this guy is ready. I'm gonna load this up here. Oh, put that on there just like that.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So. And you noticed before it kind of looked like, oh shit, there's not going to be nearly enough to fill 2 of those buns.
Holy.
All right. So there's one.
It's massive.
That's what she said.
No,
She didn't. All right. And so I will load myself. Oh, I got mine. You want to switch? I think I gave myself a little bit more.
no. Let's just wrap her up with like this.
And then I please, can we turn this grill off when we're done with this?
Yeah, I did. It's off.
Holy crap. All right. I lost part of a meatball. I'll probably eat it later. All right. The Battle Mountain Bow Wrapper. Cheers.
Battle Mountain Bow Bobber. No. Not bad.
Could use some hot sauce.
That would set it off.
Mm-hmm.
But you got any words of wisdom before we close this out?
You know, I've been thinking about this. And as I sit here and eat my incredible sandwich, just be kind to each other, man.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of angry people right now. Whatever the reason you're angry, don't be.
Get it out of you.
Get it out, man.
Beat up a pillow, not a person.
Yeah, because I want you to know that I love you. And if you ever wanted a Battle Mountain Bow Wrecker, I would make you one.
Yes. Well,
because you matter. We all matter. We just need to be good to each other and make funny videos and shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what life's all about. It's a good laugh with friends, good eats. You know, life's too short to be unhappy. So let's all get fat, drunk, and live life.
I like it. That's fabulous.
Really hot.
I thought of one the other day, and I just made this up. Okay, so and this just the other day we had a windstorm. And I was sitting in the living room, and the neighbor's tree blew over. It was one of those white. They get disease, and But anyways,
really smoky in here.
Yeah, the tree blew over, but I noticed my grass plant that has real tall. Just looks like weed or whatever. It's a grass plant. The wind was howling, and it would bend that plant all the way over, but not break. Right? And that tiny stick of grass would just stay there, and yet it knocked that tree down. So I was thinking of Bruce Lee. Be like water, be like grass. Be like grass. When a storm hits, be like grass. Let it move around you.
Let it flow, man.
That's not bad.
Ain't bad at all.
That's not bad. And I made that up. I didn't even have to look that one up.
Just let it flow, man.
Let it flow. All right. Well, that's all the wisdom I've got for you. We'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. I want to thank our sponsors.
Oh, I was going to give one of my coworkers a shout out.
Oh, do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Tim. This is for you.
This is for you, Tim. Okay. Bill Murphy Roofing, Wandering Wigs, Wandering Wizard Concepts, Vertical Jigs and Lures, Liberty Detection Services, DCL Photography, The Shop, DieselFuelFilterKits.com, RidgeTop TV, SouthPacInk, and the JON P Salter. That's a wrap, folks. Be good to yourselves and each other, as Jerry Springer said. By the way, to catch that documentary on Jerry, kind of grossed me out. Thought he was sleeping with people, but whatever. We thank you for cooking.
Yep. Thank you for having me. Cheers.
Oh wow,
I'm telling you, I love these.